What up, everybody? Is Voodoo Let back again, and today I'm going to be talking about stereotypes. One in particular, which is something that I'm actually stereotyped for a lot of the times. Something that a lot of people are calling me now is a thing called gender queer, and I happen to think that that whole stereotype is kind of stupid to actually name that. The reason why I think that is because it's like, okay, well, now you're just trying to label everything. And, okay, for those of you who are wondering, what is gender queer? Gender queer is somebody who really just doesn't fit any of the gender stereotypes. Okay. Like, they're not real girly, but they're not really guyish. Like me, I like a whole bunch of guyish type things. Okay. I'm going to show you my wall right quick. See? That's my wall. So I like weapons. I like video games. I love bloody murder music. I like vampires. I like werewolves. I love zombies. Um, I like evil clowns. I like horror movies. I'm a huge fan of slasher flicks. I like blood, guts, and gore and that sort of things. But I also like puppies and kitties and rainbows. you know, I really, really, really like rainbows. They're so pretty. They make me happy. And I love unicorns and fairies and dragons. And there's just so many things I actually like. And I'm the type of person who will take something that's supposed to be guyish and turn it girly. For example, I'm going to show you my rifle. I own an AR-15. And I'll bet you guys are all be like, what the fuck after seeing this. But hold on. Uh, can you see it? That's my baby right there. And as if you notice, it's pink and black. Okay, now I decided I wanted to have a pink AR-15 because I like things that don't belong on something. Now, a lot of people will look at an AR-15 and think that pink doesn't belong on it at all, right? That AR-15s are always masculine, that they should be guyish type things. I don't think so. I like to put pink on things that don't belong on there. I'm not even a huge fan of pink. I mean, regardless of what you see with the lipstick and the eyeshadow and all that. um, but yeah, so I have an AR-15 that's pink. I also have a bow, like a compound bow, that I have pink arrows with. And the reason why I decided I wanted pink arrows is because it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit what society thinks arrows should have because it's like a guyish thing. Okay. Sure, I have a little bit of penis envy. I mean, I really do. I mean, how awesome would it be? I mean, guys just don't realize how good they have it. I mean, how awesome it would be to have a penis. One, if you really have to piss, you just whip it out and there you go. Two, I've seen my friend write his name in the snow with his piss. How awesome is that? Three, yes, I know how to count. Three, sex is just like so awesome because, I mean, how many times do those guys get off 10 times quicker than any woman? And then masturbation, oh my God, they just have to have their hand. They don't have to go pay 80 fucking dollars at the sex store for something that's going to do it for you. Right? Right. So, and then they don't have to worry about that time of the month thing. So having a penis would be awesome. You know. Um, but yeah, there's like a whole bunch of things that I just don't fit. I had a friend one time, he was trying to stereotype me and everything because, he couldn't stereotype me as goth or prep or, all these other things. Like one day he's like swearing I'm a tomboy. The next day I come in with nail polish on and he's like, what the fuck? I like video games and most women don't like video games. In fact, my fiance was complaining one time. He was like, I can't figure out which one of us is the male or the female in this relationship because he wants an entertainment center. Okay, and usually if you think stereotype wise, the woman's the one who's going to want the accessories for the house and everything. He was like, well, you can't have an Xbox until I get my entertainment center. So here I am, the woman in the relationship wanting the Xbox and he wants the entertainment center. And I mess with his head so many times, or so much because of all that. There's a lot of things like habits I have that aren't very girly. But at the same time, sometimes I like to wear a skirt and heels. Sometimes I'm just lounging around with a t-shirt and jeans. One of my favorite shirts I have, it's got a clown on it that says, "I like you, so I'll kill you last," and today I'm wearing an Angry Bird shirt, but it's a girl shirt, you know. Um, some days I'll wear makeup, other days I won't. And if you notice, if you watch all of my videos, my makeup's always weird, you know. So I don't like how somebody calls me gender queer because I just don't fit into it because I can go either way all the time. In fact, if you really want to say either way, I fit more into the category of dudes. I am always considered one of the guys. Always. In fact, that's why I decided I like gay men as much as I do. Because for once, I can actually talk to the crowd of people that I prefer to talk to, which are men. Women actually piss me off more times than not. I don't have very many female friends. But at the same time, I'm one of those type of people to where any of you have seen Eurotrip. This has actually happened to me before. I was at the mall with my friends, and they had spotted this chick, and they were just like, "Oh my God, she's so hot, she's so hot." So I decided, this is before I saw Eurotrip. I decided to, point out this dude, and I'm like, "Yeah, he is really hot, blah, blah, blah." And they look at me, they're all like, "That's so gay." And I'm like, "But I'm a girl." And so, actually me hanging out with gay guys is awesome because we can talk about like all these guyish stuff that I enjoy while at the same time checking out dudes instead of chicks. But yeah, so I've always become one of the guys. I've got the mentality of a man more times than not. I could think like a man half the time. And things like that don't bother me. I'm not worried about doing certain things in public. I'm not worried about wearing certain things in public. Or anything like that. And I think instead of trying to label me as gender queer or whatever, I think that's a really stupid label. Why can't you just say, "Oh, well, that's just voodoo." She does what she does, whatever. Because that's what it is. If you want to say anything, I'll take a quote from Twisted. They have this song called Different. And I'll tell you what, except for the voodoo magic and everything, I mean, even though my nickname's Voodoo, I fit that song. That song really fits me. But one little quote from there, it says, "Strange, deranged, defined, and different." And so that's what I am, is I'm just different from you. I've decided I'm not going to follow stereotypes. I'm not going to run with everybody. I'm going to walk at my own pace. And I'm going to do my thing. Because God damn it, I spent too much time in high school giving a shit about what everybody thinks. And you know what's funny about that? Speaking of school, when I was first grade, I was always trying to be different from everybody. And now I realize this thinking back. First grade, everybody had to color a bumblebee. Everybody in that class made the head yellow. So it was all cute and everything. I made mine black. Why? Because in my head, I was actually thinking, well, I don't want to do what everybody else does. Second grade, it was a Valentine's Day project. Everybody had to color a heart. Everybody made theirs pink and red. And I knew they were going to make theirs pink and red because that's what everybody does. I made mine purple. So I was just born to be different. That's all. Born to be me. I was always bucking the system in one way or another. I do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. So you're not going to label me as whatever. You're not going to tell me, you're not going to sit there and stereotype me. I've been very proud of the fact that I cannot be stereotyped. So stop trying to label everything. I mean, I don't know if it makes you feel better knowing you have a label and you're sitting there like, "Oh my God, well, what am I?" You're you. Okay, that's what you are. You're you. Now, I guess people do need to be stereotyped, but goddamn it, stop stereotyping me. I'm just saying, it seems like they're coming out and they're trying to label everything. Nowadays, everybody is. And so, I'm not going to fall into that. I mean, yeah, if you want to say I fall into that category just because I don't fit society. And that's what that label is. That label is just basically telling you don't fit into society anywhere. And so it's a bullshit label. And that's just my thought process on it. is I don't like to be called that. I don't want to be called that. I just want to be called me. Anyway, that's Voodoo to let out.